Suddenly I found myself falling through the darkness. It was so dark I couldn't even tell how far I'd fallen or how much time had passed. But at least I had plenty of time to think. All the world's a stage. Nice Shakespeare quote. This is a story I created to save my prince. And I am merely a player. Step by step, I move my little white pawn. For that is my... I've figured you out, Eureka Arisu. You keep talking and talking, pretending to be me. But from here on, I get the feeling your voice won't reach. The farther I fall, the more distant your voice becomes. On second thought, I can't hear you at all anymore. Are you worried? Well, don't be. I'll play my part to perfection. But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it to save the prince who wandered into the looking-glass world. Because I'm his princess. Thanks for those hints, Eureka, or clone Eureka. And the wizard, and everybody who's been like, you're gonna have to make a choice between Alice and Alistair. Is kind of what I think. I think this is where we're going with our last choice, is like, so who's your prince? Who you in love with? Is it Alice or Alistair? We'll see if I'm right. It's always pitch black in here, huh? Is your heart still full of misery, Alistair? She's come all this way looking for you, you know. What kind of prince keeps this princess waiting? Now wake the hell up and go put a smile on her face. Her smile is far more beautiful than her tears. So, if it'll make her smile, I'm willing to do anything. If she needs a helping hand, I'll be there to offer it. Even if I lose myself in the process. And you feel the same way, don't you? We're the same person, after all. Ah!
Huh?
Ow, 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 ow! I never imagined there'd be a hole in the floor. Alice? Alice! I think we killed our prince. Poor guy was like, well, it is time for me to perish and wander off into darkness forevermore. And then, yeah, squish. He passed out! Oh, what am I saying? Of course he passed out! I crashed onto him like a freaking meteor! I'm so sorry, I must have hit you like a ton of bricks! Please don't die! Pull through for me!
Hey! Don't shake a guy who might have a damn concussion! Are you trying to finish the job?
Oh, you're awake. What a relief.
No, it isn't! How could you ruin the exact moment I was at my coolest? You did it on purpose, didn't you? Well, congrats, because you really screwed this up. Unlike the rest of these idiots, I'm not a joke character.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. It was really bad timing, if I'm being honest.
No smartass retort. You, the same girl who always has a catty comeback for everything, and wouldn't know common decency if it punched her in the face. Spooky. Anyway, it seems you've finally made it this far. Well, you're late! I almost fell asleep waiting for you! We can't start the tea party without you!
Hello, Mad Hatter. Alice? Is it really you?
Indeed it is. Do I look like I could possibly be anyone else? I see. So now you know everything.
Yeah. You knew the whole time?
Knew what?
About me. And the world. And yourself?
Yes, I knew everything.
That you were my childhood friend, that this world is a dream, that I'm Alistair, and more.
Why didn't you tell me when I first got here?
Because you had a job to do. Thus far, you have taken on the role of the heroine and joined the protagonists in their twisted tales. Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, Kaguya, Gretel, Snow White, and the Wizard. Each with their own unique story. You forced your way through each of them until you reached a happy ending. And this time it's Alistair's turn. What's the matter? Where's your usual derpy grin? Haven't you been looking for me all this time?
Did you lead me here on purpose so I could find Alistair?
That's right. He's who you were really looking for, right?
I freaking knew it. Called it. Called it. I think you've forgotten what the name of the game is, sir. I'm not Eureka. Eureka is in love with Alistair. I am but a mere clone, whose job is to romance the princes of this looking glass world. And this is Alice's route, not Alistair's route, contrary to popular belief. I'm your princess, Alice, not Alistair's. The person I've been looking for is you, Alice.
Well, I'm right here. And Alistair is inside me. When he first wandered into the dream world, his consciousness was consumed by the darkness. This darkness contains all manner of human emotions. Joy, sadness, anger, but also things like superiority, inferiority, jealousy, guilt, misery, regret, and fear. A lot of the ones I mentioned are negative, but of course there are more positive emotions here too. But Alistair cannot perceive them. For you see, this is his subconscious.
His subconscious?
The depths of his mind, the lowest level of his consciousness. The part no normal human can ever consciously perceive. Also known as the unconscious.
Sure is dark, empty, and depressing here. Does that mean these are the feelings he's held inside?
I suppose so. As a result, if you don't have a strong sense of self, you'll be consumed by the darkness. But Alistair didn't know that. And when he wandered in here, he lost all confidence in his self. Now I am all that remains of him. I am Alice, Alistair's alter ego residing deep in his psyche.
You're his alter ego?
Yes, that's right.
How are you any different from the others? You and Alistair seem like different people. Aren't you one of his personalities too?
Not quite. I'm just playing pretend. Remember what I taught you all those years ago? It's when children put on a show for fun. This whole time, I've been pretending to be a prince. I was weak, cowardly, insecure, and friendless. And I hated that about myself. But my reflection was different. My reflection was a self-assured smartass who always spoke his mind, the polar opposite of me. It was a fantasy, and I talked to him like he was my imaginary friend, even though I knew he was only my reflection.
So when I met you as a child, the one I actually met was Alice?
Yes, that's right. When we first met, you were crying. Alistair wanted to help you, so he donned Alice as his persona. The moment we met was the first time I was actualized. Before then, I had only ever existed in the mirror.
And you healed me. Is that why you've kept helping me all this time?
Well, I promised, didn't I? Don't worry. I promise I won't let go. No matter how far away you are, we'll always be connected deep down inside. And now we meet again, Arisu. There. Does it all make sense now? Then let's wake Alistair. Now that you've led all the others to their happy endings, he's stabilized a great deal. Granted, he's still sleeping inside me, but you can probably wake him.
What'll happen to you when he wakes up?
Well, I'm not like you or the other personalities. Most likely I'll trade places with him and fall asleep inside him.
Does that mean you'll disappear?
No, nothing like that. I am Alistair, after all. Originally, we were two halves of the same whole, but now we've been split apart. Besides, the story's more complicated than a quick, "He woke up, happily ever after." It doesn't end there. Regardless of whether Alistair regains his consciousness, his body won't wake. In order to truly awaken him, Alistair has to take action of his own will.
Oh.
That said, while nothing's certain, I'm sure it'll work out now that you're here, Arisu. You've healed every one of them, and with ballsy moves that made my jaw drop.
You were watching over me, huh?
I didn't have a choice.
Aren't you scared, Alice?
Scared? Depends on if you're planning to let go of my hand.
Don't worry, I won't let go.
Huh. Didn't think so.
Hey, Alice?
What is it?
How do we wake Alistair?
Well, you see...
Is it True Love's kiss?
You're gonna kiss me.
What was that? You're gonna kiss me. What?
Me.
Huh?
You see it in fairy tales all the time. It's, you know, the thing that usually wakes the princess.
A kiss? Well?
Yes, okay! You win! Ding, 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 correct! So there you have it. Now get it over with. Chop, chop! And make it snappy!
I have to kiss you? Not the other way around?
Why should I have to do it?
Well, you're the guy.
Isn't that kind of sexist? Typical fake feminist. You scream about how you hate gender roles, but the second it's inconvenient for you, you want them back. Besides, I'm not experienced like Kaguya or the Wizard, nor am I a horny moron like Cinderella or Gretel.
Don't lump Cinderella in with Gretel, first of all. Second of all, Kaguya has experience. Third of all, excuse you.
That said, I'm not as detached as Snow White, so... if I had to pick... I'd say I'm more like Red Riding Hood. Besides, this is a mirror world where everything's backwards. You should have no trouble initiating it. In fact, you have to. Ladies first and all that, remember?
Okay, I'll kiss you.
Jeez, you're such a pushover. At least hesitate a little.
Alice, shut the hell up.
Yes, ma'am.
Now close your eyes.
Right.
Shut the hell up and let me smooch you.
Hold it!
Whoa, sheesh, what's wrong?
Why are you dragging it out? I felt your breath on my lips. You're too close to my face.
Would you like to be asleep for this procedure? Because that's common in fairy tales too. We could arrange that. I'll just like fall on you again, knock you out, and then give you the kiss. Pretty sure that's how kissing works.
I know that! I'm saying, you know, chop chop, make it snappy!
This is embarrassing for me too, okay?
Embarrassing? For you? What about whatever country you came from? Don't they give each other smooches as a greeting?
Actually, no. That's a very common myth in Japan, though. But to be clear, Alice, you're my prince. My first love. It's not that easy for me.
Your prince.
Why? Why are we doing this again?
Look over there! It's a Choliotis sloaney viperfish!
What? Hey, he took the initiative! It's not a full-on smooch, but I'll take it anyway. Just a little nose nuzzle. Just a little schnoz right there.
Huh. You fool! You walked right into my trap! I distracted you so I could kiss... Oh god, she's crying? What's wrong? Was what I did really that bad?
No, it's not that. What bothers me is...
Don't cry, Arisu. Good grief. You truly are a hopeless little needy baby. Did you forget what I told you? Your smile is far more beautiful than your tears. And it takes more muscles to frown anyway, as they say. So, if it'll make you smile, I'm willing to do anything. If you need a helping hand, I'll be there to offer it. Because I like your smile. About as much as I like my afternoon tea.
So you're saying you like it a lot? Well?
Yes, okay? I love your smile. More than reading, more than sleeping, more than tea, more than anything! Don't stare at me like that! Read the room! You're supposed to blush! Where's your sense of romanticism?
Right back at you.
Finally got a smile out of you. Arisu. I may be a selfish, weak, pathetic fool who only ever makes his princess cry, but... will you still think of me as your prince?
Yup. You're my prince, Alistair. Always have been, always will be.
Thank you, Arisu.
Aw, it was so wholesome. I can't believe I'm all, like, gooey over this asshole. He's done nothing but yell at me and insult me for, like, so long. And I still am like, he deserves his happily ever after. You love to see it. I'm happy. Alice?
Arisu? What are you doing here?
Alistair? Is that you?
Yeah. Why are you crying?
These are happy tears. I'm just so glad I could see you again.
That's funny. We see each other all the time.
Right. Good point.
Where are we? It's so dark I can't see a thing.
Where do you think?
Let's see. Well, at the very least, I'm pretty sure this isn't reality. In which case, perhaps a dream is the next most realistic alternative.
How very ironic.
Yeah, no kidding.
But if this is a dream, then you're my...
Alistair, take my hand.
What for?
I'm going to take you to see the others.
You are?
Don't worry. I promise I won't let go. Now let's get going!
Okay.